There is a war. And I was fully woken up to that fact about 13 years ago. It really happened 10 years ago when it came face to face with me. Where it comes to you. It sequesters you. It tests you. It tests what you think about yourself and who you think you are. And in that, I started to do things with my mind. And I know you all understand what I'm talking about. It could be considered self-craft. There's a lot of different things, but it starts out just simply as your imagination. And then you start to realize that the things you think, if you think them hard enough, and you start to apply a process, that there are either entities, which is what it really is, watching you, aware of you. So I started to do things that would blow your mind, but I think soon nobody's mind will be blown. I think your mind will be blown by the things that you end up having to conjecture and postulate that you never thought ever in a million years you'd have to. Like when I started to try and understand the pentagram and why it had such a dark, murky, evil, foreboding force around it, and why everything in my life, the energy was stripped away and that nothing positive was happening or could happen. And I was being suppressed because I chose love. I chose to not follow after the dollar. I left Palo Alto in its height. I left my job, my 6-figure job, in its height. I left an even higher paying 6-figure job before I could even get started on it. I needed to be there with my son. I needed to be there with my brother, my fellow who's also being attacked. But these things aren't acknowledged, and soon they will be. And once they become a commonplace, you'll realize that the war has always been happening. You'll start to remember who you are. And you might have started on the other side, and you know better now. And I prayed out loud, and that's what it takes. Years ago, right around when all this was going down, and I said, and you have to proclaim it, may the truth be revealed. Everything about you, everything that's been said about you. There are silent, shameful games being played. And a lot of it has to do with our deeds and the things that we've done in our lives. We want to cover those up. When you cover that up, you cover up your whole history. Because then you can't champion and to say that you overcome it, that you overcame it on your own, never the case. And it never will be again. People who think they're making one basket after the other are going to realize those things have been right next to me, slam dunking those basketballs. Oh shit. people who get these tingly feelings out in the audience, and it doesn't seem like the guy or the woman is saying much. There's 1,000 entities doing things to people. It's going to shake up everything that we know as reality. And we can't forget technology and how technology plays into this. It's a false moniker. It's a false flag. It's impossible for it to move forward because from a spiritual aspect, things need to be animate and alive. It would be great from some people's view if things could be so mechanical and arbitrary in a sense, and just completely see what's going to happen next, you know. And the reason that we like that is because there's a level of transparency. There has been no transparency here, and none of us have been good. Many people who think that they've been good, they're playing a role, they're playing a part. We're all dirty. We're all dirty in the action. We're all dirty in our deeds. Everybody is not taken early for the same reasons. Not everyone is a martyr. And not everyone has committed murder. The surface is what is being played with. That our reality is beginning to align undeniably with, we are really truly seeking the truth, and that is all it ever took. And once you begin to unveil that truth, the pure truth, what really takes place, what really happens, what really goes on, how we really have to see ourselves, it can't be buried up again. So I hope you're prepared, and I hope you're ready for the truth, because it's coming whether you like it or not. And you better prepare to fight.